What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Team of the Season Dumfries, the 89 right back for PSV. He is 6'2" and is coming in just shy of 200,000 coins. We've managed to get him off somebody for 190. He's a three-star, obviously right-footed. We've got long throw-in, leadership and a solid player on the traits. We've got very good sprint speed, acceleration not as much, which I think is what a lot of people are going for, that shadow, to obviously really max out that pace to 99.99, and then obviously the defensive side of him goes up to 95 as well, because his physicality is the best we've ever seen. I don't think I've seen anybody with 99s all throughout, bar from aggression, so that is absolutely stunning. We bought him on a Guardian, so I'm interested to see what this guy's thinking, because I think 78% of people are saying Shadow, but then 9% are actually saying Guardian. Guardian would actually get you, if I can find it on this list, 95 defending and 95 dribbling, so you'd end up with 91 balance, 94 ball control and 99 dribbling, already having the 83 agility and the 85 composure. I'm interested to see if that works. I think for the sake of 10 acceleration, I want to see what this is like first, and if he really does seem like he's struggling, then we can obviously switch that over. Obviously his passing game isn't incredible. 87 on an 89 team of the season again isn't amazing, as well as the long pass is a little bit lacking. He's got great crossing. I feel like he should be quite a good wing back, so let's jump into him and see what Dumfries can do. Dumfries, his first go on the ball. Lovely, sees it out nice and confidently. That's what I like to see from him. Dumfries. Oh wow, that's not even where I wanted it. I didn't even point it in that direction. I really want to see what the kind of wingback sort of style does for him. Find him over here. Get the little 1-2. Oh, Ronaldo's not going to get it back to him though. Dumfries with a 1-2 with Ronaldo. Again, he's closing everything down pretty efficiently here. We need to really kind of step up the passing. He's kind of just not even guessing. I'm reading like a book, to be honest. Dumfries, right? Let's try and make a little bit of a go of this now. Go with the double 1-2. He's going to try and get De Bruyne. Dumfries is going to look in at Ronaldo. That's a better ball. Can we find him back? That's what we want to see. Inside to De Bruyne. One more into Matthias. Blanc is going to get in the way. Dumfries into CR7. We blatantly visioned that one. Dumfries for me is, I don't know, for 200k he has kind of not necessarily let me down, but I felt like he would maybe have more of an impact as kind of like this right back that could potentially really do these sorts of overlaps. That is a stunning cross. Unfortunately, the keeper has come out. I just think for me he's a little bit lackluster, and I think that's kind of, it's brought on the fact that there is so many right backs that we've got that people have used. We've got obviously untradeable SBCs. There's just a long list, and I think that's what's kind of not necessarily ruins right back and left backs this year, but there's so many options that I think it not necessarily doesn't matter who you've got, but I think it just makes them very much harder to actually get into the team. I do think that the shadow is definitely needed from him. He does seem to really struggle on that acceleration side of stuff. Oh, what a goal from Cantona as well. Into Dumfries. Get the little chip. Little 1-2. Love it from De Bruyne. Can we get the 1-2 of CR7? There it is. Every single time. Now Blanc's got the option of sticking with Oscar or making his move on Dumfries. Oh, don't manage to take one step too far. It's not bad. I feel like he's very standard at the moment. I'm not seeing anything massively special. Personally, I was looking for a replacement for Lahm at some point, but I don't think Dumfries is going to be that card in my opinion. We have got the likes of Wan-Bissaka. We've got a Zambrotta SBC that is just stunning, absolutely stunning. So there is a lot. Like I say, we're going to have a look at the kind of overall of it, but there is a lot of options that you can go with. I think the one thing that Dumfries does have over a lot of these right back and left backs is the fact he is 6'2", so he isn't necessarily losing many headed battles, but it depends on does that make him necessarily a little bit less balanced, a little bit harder to work with. That is the kind of big question when you compare him to these big players. So far doing the standard defensive work, absolutely solid there. I would recommend a Shadow being the way you go with him, just because I think that acceleration would do really wonders from both being 99. Whereas I think the dribbling is nice, but it's not necessarily needed. And he's going to be perfect on corners there. You can see that all it takes is one header and that's going in. There you go, you're a goal up already. Dumfries keeping it in, but that is his own demise. That's my fault. And we get one last ball from him. That's a stunning ball through to Ronaldo. So going into the overall for Dumfries then. So he's coming in at about 183. I think he's kind of fluctuating between 190 and 200. This probably is one of them ones where someone's put him up and it's gone instantly, but it's just updated. In terms of what you want from him, Shadow is definitely the way to go. We did use Guardian to start with, and then Shadow afterwards. Shadow is 100% the better option, purely for this increase here. This plus 10 is a massive difference in terms of how he just feels. And it's funny to think that a Shadow, a chemistry style, has that much power, but definitely with that 10 increase, maxing out both paces, I think for me is just an absolute wonderful job that it does. And it turns him into a 95 rated right back, which for me is absolutely fantastic. The only problem I've got is obviously we've got a lot of right backs. If you was looking just in general with team of the seasons, with icons, so obviously Carlos Alberto is an SBC. Personally wouldn't go that far, but Zambrotta is a little bit cheaper, coming in at 700, that I believe is still an SBC. You've got Cancelo, who's fantastic, but again, could be more as a CDM. You've got Cuadrado, who's quick. You've got Navas, who's quick. Wan-Bissaka's an overall animal. Mukiele, Trippier, Lazaro, and Babu. I know a lot of these players are considered to be centre-backs now, more than actual right-backs, but I think there is a list of a lot more better players than Dumfries, unfortunately. If Dumfries came out first, then definitely he would have been ahead of everybody else. But because we've already got quite a few decent right backs, for me, I just think he's a little bit ahead, a little bit lower of the curve at the moment, and I think that is going to be his downfall, unfortunately. More than likely, this card will drop if you did want him. Maybe you want to link somebody. There's nothing wrong with him. Like, he's a fantastic card still. I just think compared to the others, he lacks a little bit of that game, and I think that mainly comes from like his passing. Obviously his agility balance is a little bit lower than some of the others, and obviously the composure 85, again, some of the others have just that little bit better all-round stats rather than just the defending physical, because the physicals are unmatched. I don't think there's anybody better, but unfortunately I don't think that's going to necessarily win you the game in terms of kind of like the defensive ability. The physicals are nice, but I think what it is kind of what you do with the ball, and that is what a lot of the other players definitely do better. That being said, if he definitely drops below say 150, I think he's definitely worth a look at if you are looking for a Dutch right back from the Eredivisie in your team. Obviously we have got a few decent kind of team of the seasons in there, and obviously he is the best option. So overall wise, I'm going to give him an 8.8. Let me know down below what you think about Dumfries. Make sure you do like and subscribe on this video, and turn on the notifications on if you would.